So hello everyone. We are waiting to get started. We are confirming who our match admin is. So it may be a bit delayed. But I will be joined by NezukoChan momentarily, and we'll talk about our players, their journeys through the tournament so far that brought us to where we are now. We're just in a little bit of a state of limbo at the moment, so bear with us. Enjoy the Hitman music. Chat amongst yourselves. Chat with me. I'll probably jump into a Shoutcast channel here shortly. Once we know when we have a time starting. Buff Guy versus Meekahh. Both players, I'm sure, are online already. We don't have the overlay yet. Yes, both players are online and ready. We're going to be going to Dartmoor first, whenever it is time. Here we go. We have got our updated overlay. Okay, I'm going to put myself into the Shoutcast channel here with Nezuko. Hello, Nezuko, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing very good, you?
Doing pretty well, thanks for asking. Feeling better and feeling excited for this roulette match. Spin's going to be here in 2.5 minutes. We're going to Dartmoor first, chosen by Meekahh, then Santa Fortuna, chosen by Buff, and then we've got some other maps lined up as well. But first, let's talk about the players' journey through the brackets that brought them to this match where we are currently. Real quick. So, we have Meekahh overcame Ducker in round 1 in the upper bracket, and then moved on to face Reaper 47. Meekahh triumphed there. Went on to face Pajero. Meekahh triumphed again. Went on to face Danny Buda in round 4 of the winner's bracket. Did not win against Danny. Danny sent him down into the loser's bracket at that stage. However, once Meekahh was sent down into the lower bracket, he matched up against the Buff Guy, and that is where we are now. Buff Guy also had a pretty good run up in the upper bracket as well. He overcame Blunts and Beats, he overcame Kaneda, he met up with GK Punk, and GK Punk sent him down into the lower bracket. So that is where we currently are, and our spin on Dartmoor is going to be here in just about a minute, which gives us time for a prediction, chat.
Is it okay to send the overlay quick sec as well?
Sorry, say that again?
Is it okay to send the overlay?
Oh, yes, yes. Let me copy that over to you. There we go.
And if you're wondering, GK Punk was going to be coming, but he came unavailable, so I'm taking this place. That will be.
Yes. Filling in. We appreciate that. Okay, make this prediction quick. Meekahh, Buff, who wins Dartmoor? 30 seconds, go. I can't make the prediction. Why won't it let me make... Who wins map 1 is apparently an invalid question. I don't know what to tell you, chat. Sorry, no prediction. Dartmoor. Meekahh, 2 wins, 0 losses, 0 draws. Buff Guy, 3 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw. No way. Wonder what that spin was he ended with a draw with. But anyhow, our spin is here. Nezuko, why don't you go ahead, tell us what we have for Alexa Carlisle.
Yeah, sure. So we have Alexa Carla full as the Undertaker.
Okay.
Pretty. So a little bit annoying with the full, but apart from that, Undertaker should be nice and easy to grab. So probably see an early side of the back and mention, or probably not. Could be. I probably wouldn't start early at the back because then you got to drag the boy up the stairs. I probably dump off the ledge off the stairs. I would go for.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, they're going to be getting the Undertaker first, I would imagine.
Yeah,
You know,
and
so
Oh,
Meekah's going in with the Gardener start straight away and heading directly for that Undertaker. Buff dealing with some console load times, but probably going to be doing the exact same thing. Yep, same start.
So nice and simple. Use a syringe or a drink. So make us go a drink. There we go. Get the keys as well here.
Yes.
Now the only problem I can see is being a little bit late for Lexicon in the office. So missed the opportunity for that unless they have a different plan.
Yeah, this is definitely the Undertaker kind of makes a Dartmoor spin longer
Annoying.
than any other disguise, really. I can't think of anything else that would be as annoying to get and just time consuming. So I think it does create a bit of an interesting scenario in terms of positioning and timing. Maybe our players aren't super familiar or ready to recall all of that timing, but we'll see how they make do here. Meekah's climbing up the pipe by the entrance to Rebecca's bedroom there, and on the second floor here.
And time for Meekahh, Lexicon is in the room where she panics. Oh, yells at the pillow, I'm gonna call it. So she'll be coming out pretty much soon right now. So it's gonna be quite tight for and all good timing.
Yeah. Yeah, Buff's going up, same pipe into the same bathroom here. He's going to be moving in the same direction. Meekahh is getting these tranks off, throwing the snails. Uh-oh. Oh no, the guard's moving before the snail went off. Oh my god. This is not good for Meekahh.
And
what
a save. Wow.
Did that work? Did he get the first guard by the door? I guess he did. Oh my god. Really nice save there for Meekahh. Now, hopefully this goes a bit better for Buff. Toss the snail in there.
This time they stand still.
Yeah, Meekahh decides to get the case file real quick before dragging her over the edge here. A little bit of a optimization. Yeah. Oh, did Buff miss that dart? I hope not. Nope, he gets it.
So this made Buff a little bit of a catch up a little bit because of Meekah's sabotage from that. But I do believe Fish could be called, but because the loading time for Buff was quite a bit big.
Yeah, and he hasn't had anything kind of go suboptimally here, although he did opt to grab the case file second, where Buff or Meekahh got it kind of first before the Alexa kills, so this may there was some slight variations in timing here that may kind of add up into something. But Buff gets the Dartmoor ledge drop there off of Alexa Carlisle's balcony and is heading for the hearse exit.
This looks tight. I think Meekahh might have gone a bit.
I don't know. Buff's on a PS4, and those load times, especially if it's like an original, if it's not like a PS4 Slim, or if you don't have an SSD on your PS4.
But Meekahh did have a quick restart, replan. It was.
So that's true. That's true. Those few seconds at the start there, that may have only been like, I don't even 5 to 8 seconds, but that could add up. That could be. It's definitely going to be a photo finish. So, to any of our viewers who don't know what a photo finish is, briefly, what it means is it's the amount of time that the players took to complete the spin and press done, without consideration given to time spent in a load screen. Now, that does not include whenever you're like paused looking at your inventory or looking at the in-game map, things like that. That still counts. But load times are removed from the equation. So the player that completed it in less time is determined to be the one who has done it faster. So it may not always appear to be the one who just pressed done first, basically. It may not be Meekahh who did it faster. Of course, it may be. It really just depends on how much time would be removed from the equation that the buff guy spent loading.
Yeah, so it's a photo finish, and Meekahh exited 28 seconds earlier, so depends on the loading time for buff it was that it comes to now.
28 seconds. I don't know. My gut feeling is that he wasn't in a load screen for 28 seconds. It may have been 20 seconds, but Meekahh may have just played it 8 seconds better. Or some margin of seconds better. And if it was only if players finish within 2 seconds of one another after load times are removed from the equation, that would be resulted in a draw where neither player wins and they instead get a point in that. It's not a win, it's not a loss, it's a draw. So that's how Buff got his first, or the draw that he currently has in Dartmoor. So maybe he'll get a second one tonight, although I hope not. Could be unlikely.
Okay, so we're still waiting for the third fish.
Let's see if I can set up a prediction for map 2. Error creating prediction. Please try again.
Have you tried like refreshing the site and then see if it does anything? That could be the reason why.
I'll give it a quick try. Quick refresh here.
It's because you can opening the page, leaving the that page open for quite a amount of time will error sometimes when it comes to predictions or rating and anything like that.
Sure.
Okay.
That'll do it. Just a quick refresh of the tab. Very nice. So whatever the outcome on Dartmoor is going to be, the next map that we're heading off to is Santa Fortuna. This is one of the Big Five, as some of the roulette players like to say. Big Five being, why don't you go ahead, list the Big Five, Nezuko.
We got Mumbai being it, Miami. I think now.
I'm putting you on the spot. Santa Fortuna, obviously.
We got. I guess the Boone would count as one. It's quite a big area. Of course.
Yeah, many targets.
So,
Colorado,
Fortuna.
Colorado and
So-
Haven.
That's 6 then.
Well,
Plus South Fortuna as well.
maybe it's the Big Six.
Buffett
Santa-
thinking of waving. Oh yeah.
Santa Fortuna is definitely one of the Big Five or Big Six.
Yeah. It's not well. It's just annoying to be all targets with separately, but at least it makes each. It's like a difficulty for each one. Rico seems to be the highest one, Oi being the second, and Andre being the easiest because he's got much guys around.
Oh, Miami
Okay.
wasn't one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Okay.
Meekahh wins Dartmoor.
And I'll tell you why. Meekahh loaded for 12 seconds across 2 loads. Buff loaded for 16 seconds across 1 load. Meekahh
Ooh.
wins by 24 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's quite a difference, that is.
That's quite a margin. That's quite a margin. So props to Meekahh on managing to get it done 24 seconds faster than Buff. That's no small feat. Meekah's been playing extremely well, and Buff is he's no chump. He's a 2-time roulette finalist, and he's very good on all the maps. So this is not by any means a slight to Buff. He's our most muscular Hitman friend, and but Meekahh, this really just speaks to, I think, how practiced and prepared and how far Meekahh has come as a roulette competitor. We've seen records set by Meekahh this tournament. I was casting the match where I think 2 records were set. One was on Hokkaido and one was on another map. So we've been seeing some really impressive stuff out of Meekahh here. So
I can find it.
heading into map 2 with an advantage, Meekahh won his own map pick, and now Buff hopefully can win his own map pick. Because to lose your own map pick against an opponent can be just some bad energy to try and manage in the middle of a match.
Yeah.
Competing isn't always an easy thing to do, and there's a sort of like emotional momentum to how a match kind of the ebb and flow of a match. So trying to manage that and keep cool and keep play as impeccably as you can. It's a lot. Roulette players go through a lot. I know you know because you're a roulette player. Obviously, I know, and a lot of people in chat certainly know it as well.
And the performances from these two players, Buffett's been here quite a lot, and the performance is pretty good so far. 9 wins, 2 losses, and 1 tie. What must have been a time, most likely a timeout, because mainly you do, depends what certain spin it is. Because this map can be a pain with certain spins, like a drill with a falling object, but I think it's now easier to take you out if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, there's definitely some combinations and conditions that can be a bit trolly. And yeah, as you say, I mean, I feel like this is a tactical pick on the part of Buff. I mean, obviously he's a Santa Fortuna enjoyer, but there's I think Meekah's 3 losses on record here may have had something to do with Buff choosing it as well. He wants to give Meekahh as good a fight as he can, and he stands a very strong chance of making sure that can happen here on Santa Fortuna. Just 20 seconds away. Also, look at this new map record that was set by Danny Buda. And this very competition completed a spin in 5 minutes and 53 seconds. Sub 6. Very impressive.
A spin would be running soon. Would you like to take it?
I would love to.
Yeah, here we go.
So we've got Rico Delgado eliminated with an injected poison as the hippie. Jorge Franco eliminated with a cleaver disguised as mansion staff, and Andrea Martinez eliminated with a loud explosive disguised as the shaman, the famous
Okay.
shaman. So 2 unique disguises. Mansion staff for Jorge. So we could see mansion staff start potentially. We could see hostile start. We could see shaman start, but
Well, Mika's going for the red fox strat. You don't need a knockout. Caruso, but at least gets him out, and it makes it easier to get him inject poison, and you got the disguise next to it to make it easier.
yeah, I guess so. He'll be. I think you called him Caruso. Did you call Rico Caruso? Maybe I'm tripping.
I think
But he's he'll yeah, you're right. He can get him sick. He'll walk across the bridge. Meekahh should have time to get the um hippie disguise, who's not terribly far away, and he can then get that injected poison killed. So yeah, this is interesting to see this done. Oh, he misses. Oh wait, he pulls his attention back with a bullet distraction.
and Buff is restarting because he backed up the exit and blackout screen. So on console, it's if you pretty much skip the beginning a little bit early, the black screen of it, Ricky will go instantly, miss the opportunity for the red fox trap. Makes it console plays a little bit harder.
Yeah, for sure. It requires very tight timings, and the console like is just pretty unforgiving with a strat that's just a bit harder to do as reliably on console. It can be done, but PC players definitely have an easier time of doing this strat than do the console players. Also, hi Jodes, welcome.
Jokes,
Joseph Oates.
So here
So
we go. Buff's got it now this time,
hopefully,
but he's got Mika's quite ahead though after that sad.
whoa! What the heck? Why did Meekahh get compromised there?
It's the bushes. It's hostile area in the
Oh
bushes.
yeah, that's right. It's like such a weird area where like you can get yeah, they're like you're not supposed to be there.
Yeah,
So
so this gets buff and need now.
yeah, if he can get this peekaboo though, I don't think he's got it.
Oh, it's that the game.
Wait, he gets him that time.
Nice, and he gets a 6 shot. So
Yeah,
he's wasting the pick.
he better have gotten that seeker shot.
Unless he's eating it, I've had that a couple of times. It sucks ass. So if you wonder why he's wishing him, it's pretty much making the closest 6 spot near the bridge area instead of having to be it's somewhere in the mansion. I think it's the bathroom he goes into, so it's a pain in the ass. So make sure that buff doesn't happen to last time, hopefully he does hit the counts before. What am I saying, Caruso? Yeah, you're right. I'm saying Caruso.
Okay, I thought so. So I'm not tripping. You keep me on my toes, that's for sure. Okay, so Meekahh gets the peekaboo. He does have to use an extra bullet distraction to pull Rico's attention back. But he does, and gets him over here. He's gonna put a seeker dart. Oh, he gets a target lockdown because
Oh.
I think that guard went to investigate where he put the bullet impact to get now I'm calling him Silvio Caruso. To get
We'll just call him Caruso. Don't change his new name. He's not
I swear you're the new Gordy calling like Sierra Alexa or whatever. Anyways, so yeah, Meekahh, the guard went to investigate where he put the first bullet distraction. And the guard saw him shoot the seeker into Rico / Caruso. So he's back to square one. He's gonna try that again. Buff, meanwhile, is motoring right along. He's in a mansion guard disguise. Did he get no, he hasn't gotten the
No.
what's he's getting Andrea. So he
the hippie disguise.
Yeah, he still needs to get the hippie and then get back to
Rico,
who's hopefully still at the toilet.
He should be. Once he starts taking it, so at least a minute occupy, and lucky buff distracts that guy before going to that bathroom could end pretty badly if you didn't realize that. Meekahh done the secret shot. Okay, so Buff's got a little bit of a time now to get this hippie before he's done second, and if he does find them bodies on that bridge, he will cause a lockdown.
Yeah. I've not seen this late approach to Rico here. So
I see what you mean. He's dropped a briefcase, so once Rico's 6, I'll mention in chat. There's a briefcase he dropped earlier, Buff did, so it would delay him a little bit more with the giving it to the leak guard, so it will give him more time. Okay, so yeah, you maybe want to just go save on the door. You don't want to take the risk. No risky. And Meekahh getting his guards knocked out. Yeah, so leaving the briefcase here to delay a little more. Well, Meekahh's just gonna drop a little more closer. So where is he?
Okay, so Buff's that really smart using the briefcase for a delay. Just hopefully he can get the kill here without getting spotted.
He's gonna stash for Wayne.
He's gonna retrieve his stash real quick.
And get the poison. I hope he should get this poison on the hill.
Yeah, I'm worried about the slope. The slope has me nervous.
Yes, that's what. There we go.
Oh my god, that looked like he brought his elbows up like he was gonna turn around for a second. Very, very nerve-wracking poke to make on a slope. But he gets it. Doesn't get GRB'd. Gets the injected poison kill on Rico Caruso, and switches into mansion guard disguise and is now, I presume, gonna be heading for mansion staff and cleaver.
Yeah, I would have thought he might have dropped off the bomb. He just picked up his stash micro bomb. I would have thought he just dropped it off there quickly and then go for that.
And Meekah's got Andrea pacified as well in the meeting room with Paula.
And the bomb as well. So Meekah's got the bomb set up. Well, Buff hasn't. He's going in his hand still.
And they both still will need to get the shaman, who's not a hard disguise to grab necessarily, but I have seen people mess it up. So it can happen. But Meekahh hops into the hippie's window here, no problem. Apparently, you can jump through that window much earlier if you just watch. What's that guy's name he's talking to? Gregory, I think. If you just watch him when he looks down at the floor, you're fine to jump through the window. But anyhow, Meekahh gets him in there with the alarm clock, and will be pacifying him and going to get this Rico kill.
And Buff's got to mention stuff. Cleve as well.
And Buff will need to get cams as well as Chad has pointed out. Wait, is that okay?
Yes and no. The guy's reacting. Lockdown. Oh,
he's gonna turn?
Oh, that was close, man.
No problem.
But does that guy see it? there's a guy down there who's, I don't know if he saw or not. Hope he didn't. Okay, it's all good. Okay. Yeah, maybe we'll move that body. No, screw it. Okay, so Mika's got a bomb set up, so Buff will need to go across the map to go stash that bomb.
But
But currently he's not.
Buff's now trolling around in the coca fields here. He's in his mansion staff
Okay.
disguise, and this timing is
Not well.
Jorge has just left his hut, I believe, has he not? So he's now walking.
Yeah.
And
So
this would send him, if he gets sick right now, he's going to go to the bad toilet.
see, we'll need to use the extra seeker shot. See, we'll have to waste one on a guard or someone. But he's going for Jorge.
Oh, he's going straight for him. Does he get it? I didn't hear the.
I think he did. I think he might be going to the. I think that distance should be enough to go to the other cubicle,
Ooh,
not that one.
Meekahh just slipped right by that enforcer for the mansion guard as well at the front of the mansion because he's trying to get in here and get this, get himself a cleaver and a mansion staff disguise. So that's always a bit risky when you have to slip past an enforcer like that.
Yeah, and he did get the cleaver. Yeah, there we go. And just go. I'm quite surprised. I don't understand this map a little bit. Oh, you don't need that. No. Yeah,
Wait.
I don't really understand this map a little bit with Jorge. I don't. The guards somehow know that he's knocked out or killed. Suspicious, I
He
say.
does go to the good toilet there. I was wondering why
Yeah.
Jorge went to the good toilet with one seeker shot, but I guess he was still in a good spot there. So,
Yeah, just. I'm sure he was in the good side.
there's a certain point in his cycle where he switches from the good bathroom to the bad bathroom, but apparently it's not there. It must be when he leaves the drug processing hut.
Okay, so
Buff's
gonna
looking
get
real
this
good
guy.
here. Just needs to get the Andrea Martinez kill, so still needs to go back for the Shaman disguise, and also doesn't have an explosive there.
He has a. Yeah, he does have it there. So Meekahh does. So Meekahh, if he gets this quickly done, he can just quickly get that, and just go to the bus section, and then that's all good for him. Well,
Mm,
Buff is in the lead right now because he's got all hate taken care of, but Meekahh could catch up. He's already got that planted up already.
yeah, Buff's looking solid right now, but I'm not sure he's gonna stay solid. Meekahh can close the
Well,
gap
anyway,
pretty quickly here.
ooh,
Gets a
does get it.
nice seeker shot off from the safety of some tall,
Ooh, Buff has got some situation going on with the two street guards. Where are you
and
going?
he's trying to replan on the fly here. I don't think he knows where he wants to go exactly. He's going back into the coca fields.
Is he trying to get? What is he trying to do?
Mm,
Is he gonna try to
Meekahh
get?
is seconds away from the Jorge kill. There he is, and is closing the gap on Buff. He is hot on his heels.
Where is that? Oh, is that the Oh, okay. So they both got red guns from Madrid, of course. So don't worry.
All
Okay.
right. So both players
Um.
running past the same. They're at the same in-game location right now. But
Yeah.
Buff's heading towards the mansion, and Meekahh is heading towards the shaman. Um,
So looking good for
Buff
Meekahh right now. I think Meekahh might have catched up with Buff.
and Buff still has camera trouble too.
There's one in here. There's not one in there. So he's gonna probably take out Andrea's place.
Yeah, he
So
just has so much more work in front of him here than Meekahh does. But Meekahh does have to be mindful of these roaming street enforcers here.
yeah, Meekahh could exit the truck as well, but I believe you have to knock some guard out for that one. It's just too risky a little bit for it. And Meekahh will have some. Okay. These two are the pain in the ass guards and soldiers. I'll tell you that now.
Mm-hmm.
You can get easy whips. Okay, so just slowly. There we go. All good.
Yeah,
Okay, good to
Meekahh.
know.
I'm pretty sure Meekah's gonna have this here.
Unless something grips from that shaman grab, he's gonna got the meat bone only.
Yeah, something could
But
go wrong. It is Hitman after all, but Meekah's been playing pretty well here, and he's 9 minutes in. So to have something go wrong at this stage would
yeah,
be devastating.
yes, it can go wrong because there's two street soldiers near the truck does patrol at the 10-minute mark. So I think that's what he's trying to do. Make sure it's in the bushes. So we'll need to move that body. We'll have to. What he will be doing.
Oh my god!
Oh,
She stood up!
what?
She felt the body dragged against her and she stood up and witnessed him. Oh my
Well, I've never
god.
had that. I've never.
Dude.
I've never seen that.
It
Usually
must
they
it must have been she's totally blind, but if the body makes contact with them, they're going to react to it.
yeah, too
That's
much. That
crazy.
sucked, and that's a huge change for that because Buff now is able to catch up now because of that. Meekahh would have had it. Just if it was so unlucky, and he had a
Oh my
small time limit,
god.
and he had a time problem as well with the two patrolling guards coming in soon.
Yeah,
So he had a
honestly, I'm not sure if it was because the body touched her or for it just really bad luck. If she has some kind of narrow view cone, maybe that I don't know. I can't say for sure what happens. But
it
whatever
must
the
be.
explanation is, it's really unfortunate for Meekahh to have 10 minutes basically down the drain. That's a devastating loss. So back to square one. 32 minutes still on the clock, but Buff's
Looking good,
hopefully
but
not going to have any issues there. Meekahh
oh,
having issues with the start of that strat.
and I do believe Buff guards they're not over there now, so they are patrolling, so should be okay, but we'll need to watch it again. So Buff can be the whip possibility. I'm hoping not from the same person. Yeah, he's looking around for these street soldiers
Hmm.
because that could be the only reason that he can whip for. And what happened to Meekahh? That could be the possibility as well. Okay, is he doing it? No.
No, my God!
Oh,
Oh,
what are you doing?
oh, but he drags her through smooth with no issues, no unfortunate touches,
Uh,
and Buff's
it
gonna
must have.
choke him out in the bushes.
It must have been he was so close to the body. It must have. It must have been that while dragging the body, it must have seen that female must have seen it somehow. I wouldn't know why, but I'm surprised.
He dragged it straight over her just like Meekahh did apparently. So he either the NPC's
Mm,
body just was narrow and didn't touch the woman who's tripping balls, or who knows?
yeah.
Who knows?
And
Hard to say.
Buff is about to explode. Hopefully, get his green guard back. If that's not, then that will be a bad sign.
Yeah, he's no time to troll here by sitting on the wrong side of the bench.
And yeah,
He needs to get
getting
out
serious.
with that loud explosive kill as the last kill. No time for the buff stop. He's got to get right on the bus.
Did Mika subdue the shaman? I think he did. Yeah, he did. He knocked out. He knocked down if and then shocked the whatever arm he knocked out. So very unfortunate rip for Mika. He probably would have had that. He would have actually.
Well, this is very exciting though to be heading
Yeah.
into a third map on an even scoreboard. Um, this is definitely the way that we like to see a match turn out. All right, let's take care of these predictions because I know chat is currently
And
waiting for their dopamine payout.
and because they always like gambling.
That's right.
Gamble for life. Just kidding. Don't gamble, kids. Do not gamble. Anyway, we got Miami next. Very interesting map. Very good map. Again, one of the six big maps is.
Yeah, yeah. It's now part of the Big Six, the canonical Big Six. It's basically the Big Five plus Miami.
So, from these performances so far, for throughout the on Miami, Meekahh has played 4 times with 2 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. What can be a third finish or a third finish tie or a time run out. And Buff has played 5 times with 3 wins and 2 losses. So, looking average for both of these players. So, I can't say it has a good
Looking
looking one.
average. Wow. Nezuko's in here in the Shoutcasters booth throwing shade at our
I'm not.
competitors, calling them average.
No,
Oh
I can't
my.
predict. No, I'm saying they're really good players here. I'm just saying,
Uh-huh.
like average to predict, like
Mm.
who's the good at this match. I'm not trying to be. And these players have been. I mean, this far, man.
I'm
And
just giving you a hard time. It's all good, buddy.
that's.
But yeah, it's hard to say between either player who's looking really good here. Obviously, Meekah's putting on a really good show. Buff's been around the block. He knows his stuff. He's really well practiced, and that counts for a lot. Meekahh, while he does have a lot of speed and a lot of impressive knowledge, there's a bit of a lack of seasoning, I want to say. You know, it just sort of comes with time. This is, I think, maybe only Meekah's third or fourth roulette event. I think the same as me. We were both rookies in the same tournament. So, but Buff's got that. Buff's got those seasonings in spades. So I'm really excited to see how it's going to shake out here between the two of them. 2 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw for Meekahh. 3 wins, 2 losses for Buff. 30 seconds.
Another,
And look at
yeah.
this new record that was set too. Danny set another record here. 5 minutes, 19 seconds. He shattered. Yanini held the record, I believe, prior to that. So
Yeah, previously.
and that's
And
a record by 2 minutes or so, or a minute and a half, maybe.
I think so. So it was like 6 minutes something. I'm sure it was.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm quite intrigued to see. Probably a sniper one. Hopefully, it'd be quite nice to know make it quicker. Yeah, spins about drive. Should I take it? Should you?
Yes, please go ahead. Tell us.
Okay, we got Zero Nox, Inject Poison as the kitchen staff, and Roman Nox and Bob White as Ted Mendes. We haven't seen this guy for a while.
Okay, cool. So Kitchen Staff and Ted Mendez, both of these disguises are sort of like diametrically opposed to each other, and I love that. We see that so much on Miami. We see targets taken down in like opposite order. Not that I know that's what our players are going to do, but I feel like a lot of the spins work out that way, where you could approach them from one side of the map or the other, take down Robert first, take down Sierra first, and then get on to the other one. And it's always hard to say like who's got the faster strat and how it's going to shake out. But Meekah's already loading in. Is he going to go for Sierra or Robert first?
Probably CCNO, and they both have to be all live kills as well, so no knockouts,
Right.
which makes it more cool.
Yes. Meekah's going for the Dolphin Fountain Start. Going to get a quick Ted Mendez here with a calmer shot. Oh, he's a bit too early though with that. He's a bit too eager on the trigger there.
And
I wonder if Buff's
Boys,
probably gonna do the same, get an early Ted rather than an early Kitchen Staff. I mean, I feel like that's tempting
yeah.
though too. Yeah, just because Ted's harder to get second. I feel he's easiest to get first,
Oh,
but he also misses.
but this time doesn't restart like Meekahh did.
He's just gonna have to live with one less dart, I guess.
I can't see what you could use it for. Probably for, I don't know.
He's probably got one smuggled here. Yeah, oh no, he's
No,
got a syringe smuggled there.
it's gonna have camera problems, but you can take them out where you get Robin Ox, but do beware. Shooting near a guard can get a possibility of a combat, so beware of that. Oh, can't get as cool, well. So shoot that laptop will cause Robin Ox to come over here.
Yeah, and his positioning there.
Should be fine.
Yeah, Ted's allowed on this
It's,
floor, but is he allowed on that top floor too? I wonder.
I think he should be. Yeah, I think he should be fine.
Maybe
Can't
not
see
out.
the reason.
Maybe not on here on the roof though. Not on the roof,
Oh, nope, he's
and
not.
not in
Oh,
the storage room either.
I think it has to, nothing above this floor. Anything lower than that, it's fine. Anything above, no, no, no.
All right, well, Meekahh gets the fiber wire kill there. He gets the Robert guard down, no problem. Gets the fiber wire kill. He does need to take care of the cameras.
And Buff did that while waiting for Robert, so good thing to do that. Okay, so looking, Meekahh did that, nice. So looking pretty good for both right now. Both get the kill quickly enough.
Yeah, Buff's like basically they're doing the same strat, but Meekahh. What the?
Oh no!
What the
He
heck?
pushed. He pushed him. Why?
He was mashing the X button to jump over the railing as he was approaching it, but he got the push prompt on that NPC before he got the jump over the railing. See, so as
Oh
Buff, he
no!
was trying to press it to get the jump prompt, but he was just a bit too close to that NPC.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
That's crazy.
I wouldn't expect that. I've seen like neck snaps as well been a piss.
Yeah, I've been there too, man. We've all been there. It's just how this game registers like the distance with inputs from, your button prompts, and it's there's always something. Meekah's just having a really rough go of it tonight, but these are providing good opportunities for Buff to secure himself a lead here.
You will need a kitchen staff, what is located, of course, in the kitchen.
Right.
But we'll need to watch out as waiter.
Yeah, this one can be a tricky disguise to get, and kitchen staff's
He's
a
not
unique disguise too.
but, but it's making it easy for him because he's not trespassing. I
That's
think that's why he
true.
wanted to spare Trank from Meekahh. Gets a nice knockout. Noah will come in here, so all good. Make sure he has the sugar. I think he does. So looking good already for Buff. He's got the disguise. Now he needs to just kind of make his way towards the mechanics, the workshop you want to call it. We'll need to watch out because all trespassing. And Meekahh does rip.
Okay, what's Buff doing here in
I'm
this
actually,
bathroom?
I think he's waiting for this guy to bugger off.
Is
Oh
he
wait, this guy.
is he also trying to do the dongle strat to end the race, or is he's gonna go down there with the sugar because he's got the bag of sugar?
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
come on, Buff, what are you doing, dude? He's taking risks.
He wants to go. He doesn't want to. He could just go back and take take the carpet away, even though it's risky. Okay, you can take your gamble, are you? You are.
He's gonna get like a really unlucky head turn here.
Oh
Oh my
no, he's all
god.
good.
And now
Do not like that.
now he's got this mechanic out here. He's gonna try and panic.
And we'll watch out that mechanic. We'll get a big
Oh,
whoosh, but should be fine. And all in agreed, all good now. This point, he needs to distract this mechanic, and I think he's all good. That's really the annoying part. Question is, what exit is he going to take? Is he going to be safe and take the main exit, or is he going to go for the medic?
Oh,
One.
he'll go for the medic exit for sure.
It's a free one.
There's really no reason not to. It's totally free. The only reasons you wouldn't do it are if you're suffering from an acute case of roulette brain, which I definitely have.
I think everyone has it sometimes when on
Oh yeah,
certain maps.
yep. Letting someone walk off with a briefcase before you retrieve the item that you stashed in it, like there's any number of ways you can overlook a very critical step in your master plan, and then you have to fall back on your improvisational ability. And that's what makes roulette great.
Okay, and I was going to say, please change. Okay, so he's going to shoot a nice whoosh in here, and that's all he needs to do. And then, I'm hoping he just gets screwed with Zero Nox, make it be the wrong angle, getting the punch.
Ooh, okay, he gets it though. He gets
Yeah.
a nice good peekaboo. Sometimes that peekaboo can go badly for whatever reason. You get like a half a glance, and you don't quite
Yeah.
peekaboo her in the whole way. And
There we go.
all right, nicely done. Buff gets off that injected poison kill.
She's a long animation, Jeff. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, very long, 6
But it's
second
all
wait.
good. And yeah, and Buff will be taking Miami. Making this
Nice.
2-4. And very unlucky for Meekahh was from that accident push.
I
Mid vault.
I have a feeling the back and forth is not yet over. We are going to be heading into our fourth map, where we are now on a potential match point. So coming up
Yes.
next is Dubai, and Dubai is a quick one. It's a
Yeah,
quick one,
yeah.
just like Dartmoor. There's some fast maps in tonight's lineup, and Dubai is the next one.
Yeah. I've seen this, but other people have got new map records. I've seen it back and forwards, but the new one being by Fame 2 minutes and 5 seconds. That's pretty.
That's
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 pretty insane.
that's hard to beat. Oh no, Mr. Mike lost his record already. I'm sorry, Mr. Mike. That's too bad. Hey, at least you had it. You know, a world record's still a world record, even if it's broken. It's just a broken record now.
I do feel like people can get beaten. Depends on some spins they can be, but most spins can be easily being and always back records. You never know. It depends what the spin is, of course. Fun performances. They both played it once, and they both won it. So
It's crazy to see. It's I could believe Meekahh only having one performance. There's like still maps that my numbers like look really low on, but like seeing Buff with only one performance on Dubai is a little kind of shocking. I kind of had like a double take situation there.
do you want to do a quick? Do you want to do a pair of the
Oh yes, keep the gamblers happy before they get
So
unruly.
anyway, so this is a match point possibly from Bath, but
Yeah,
Meekahh can make this a turn and
sure.
gain this win. And again, if Bath wins this, he'll be moving on to the I believe it's the actual finals of the low bracket, isn't it? No, it's not. It's the semi-finals, not the low and the year finals. It'll be
Two
the
minutes.
semi-finals.
2 minutes to predict, gang. Get it while the getting's good.
Go for it.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see something real quick here. There are some ways that a Dubai spin can be made more difficult. There can be loadout heavy things. There could be a consume poison kill. There could be, you know, injected poison in a suit, for instance. Um, Obviously, these are strats that people have practiced and know how to do, but they're still harder than say like an event staff cleaver for Carl. um
Yeah,
Drowning can also be a sort of interesting one for the targets. If you see drown in a particular disguise, that
I
can
think.
sometimes be an interesting thing to deal with. um
Well,
just depends.
well yeah, I think Marcus for Johnny is a pain. It depends. He sometimes likes to puke out of the outside area or go to the toilets. It's a 50-50. I had so much annoying chances on him when it comes to drowning him.
Mm,
Either way, we're 30 seconds away, and yeah, looking pretty tight. Well, again, Mika can make this a 4-4 if he gets this, and possibly a map record be quite cool to see, but never know.
right. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out here in just a matter of seconds. Who's up? I forget. Is it you or me?
Yeah, you, because I took Miami.
Okay, very good. Well, here is what we have. We have Carl Ingram Fall Event Staff and Marcus Stuyvesant Scissors skydiving suit. Okay, so easy kill for Carl. I mean, good God, you could get to him in the event staff disguise for the most appropriate fall kill of all.
So
His default location, from a start, you can reach him in the disguise from an event staff start, no problem. Get down, isolate Marcus in the hallway, retrieve scissors, return to him in the skydiving suit. I
and
imagine
hello,
both.
Ray.
I imagine both players have probably already solved the spin in their mind. Now just need to execute it. Welcome Raiders from Munga's channel. Appreciate the raid, Munga. Welcome everybody. Okay, so Meekahh's going in with the event staff start buff as well. Both players grabbing the banana. Meekahh's got the scissors already, and Buff's going to be grabbing the scissors as well.
but because of that turn, he took the wrong turn. That's given. Um,
Meekahh grabs a stashed Calmer there, I believe.
yes. Get two tranks. I will be doing it in here. Ooh,
Oh, what's this?
it's can
Is this an early Carl isolation?
not Carl Ingram, Marcus,
Oh yeah, Marcus,
and so very quick that one.
aka Silvio Caruso.
And oh no, boss are gonna wait for it. It's gonna add a little more time added, and
Mm,
so at least to get set up. So there we go. Just get a nice distraction. Has the camera taken care of. So Buff looking all with a patient going on for him. Well, Mika's already going in. Look at this.
oh, Meekahh just bumped into this guard here.
Oh,
Oh, that's a
Oh
rip!
no!
Oh my god, this is a huge advantage now for Buff.
He wanted to rush it so bad, and he just unlucky did that too quickly.
Unbelievable, dude. He's had an advantage at several opportunities here, but whenever he slips up, I mean Buff is like behind. Meekahh has probably 15 to 20 seconds ahead on Buff, just faster on the plan, a bit faster on the execution, the mouse and keyboard
And
superiority. But whenever he slips
oh,
up,
oh, Buff
oh
ripped.
no.
He turned to the wrong timing.
Ah.
That's two rip, and that's so far both of them have ripped from the same guard.
Oh,
And
but
Meekahh
Meekahh
ripped.
rips again. Oh my
Oh
god.
no!
Both players have got to be on like even footing right now by the time. Nope, Meekah's in first.
Yeah, Buff's got long loads,
Yeah.
and you can see it's no with the loading.
Oh
No, I
man.
understand that because I've had that bloody same old gen loads.
Yeah, when you've ripped and you don't know what your opponent's doing, but the timer hasn't ended yet, and you can only assume that your opponent hasn't completed yet, so they're having some degree of difficulty. It's so hard to manage everything when you're when you're doing this competing in roulette business.
Okay, so make it this time trying to make sure he doesn't get this spotted in this. Doesn't. Will cause a panic. Hopefully no one will hear it. Of course, no one should really.
All right,
And Buff is now setting up
setting
the
up
sky.
banana.
So one causing red guns when if the boy gets found. I believe Mika's idea is faster, but he does rush it a little bit too fast. What can make him like he did last time with that rip from that nudge guard?
Why does Meekahh have an explosive duck?
Does he? That's strange. Oh, it's not. They want to pick up the gun. May want to drop that gun just in case. Can't. Okay, knock him out.
He's got no issues here. He's get that push kill.
There
Goodbye,
we go.
Carl Ingram.
And looking so far good. The only problem I can see is watching out that skydive suit, and there's a guy who does not react to a bullet shot, so it can go wrong for Meekahh. He might want to get that pistol out of this guy. Yeah, nope.
Oh,
That's okay.
okay. Buff's getting his darts off. His Calmer
Yeah.
gets the push kill on Carl. Wow, that's a pretty
Uh,
cool picture-in-picture kill.
and now it comes to pretty much the he's using it for the distraction. Ah.
Oh, that's what the duck is for. A bit of panic to make it easier to run in through the room and enter the elevator shaft. Everyone's so focused on the explosion, no one cared about the
Duck.
skydiving
And
suit man.
this is if Buff can be quick, he might get a photo finish quickly. He might because
I
I
don't
believe
know.
me.
Even if
Well, I
he
think might.
does, even if
Oh my!
oh, someone
Just that female's gonna find the body.
she's gonna come in and investigate that unless he gets out
Oh
first.
my god, that was a close rip for Meekahh right there.
Oh my god.
Jesus. As soon as I saw that whoosh, my heart nearly
Oh
was
my
about to be
Meekahh.
heartbroken. We'll probably see a photo finish, probably because the boy is right there for Buff, and I do believe Meekahh might have got it.
That's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
buff finished. It's gonna be inside the photo finish window, but it's hard to say. Meekahh, I think, had a number of rips. And Buff is saying that like he got to press done before it ended and said like score, opponent, 2, whatever. So like he's right. It's a good sign that you finish in that photo finish window. So now it just comes down to these matter of seconds, which again, if you don't know what a photo finish is, or if you're just joining us, or if you just love hearing shoutcasters explain what a photo finish is, then listen closely because I've got a treat for you. A photo finish is what we call when two roulette competitors hit the done button on their spin link, which is the link we send them to register the amount of time that passes from when the spin is delivered to them to when they press done. And the
And
match admin or referee. Oh, wait, what happened? Did someone?
Mika had to make sure the admin need to make sure that he got 5 stars out of that possible rip could have been that female. But yeah, he's got 5 stars.
Okay, very well.
So Meekahh exited 25 seconds earlier. So now with the loading times up to Meekahh and Buff, it could be tight.
And I feel
Because
like
Buff had
they're gonna let the admin do the work too. They're gonna, because like
Yeah.
it could, the difference between a fast PC player and a console player, it's definitely appropriate for the photo finish calculation here to take place. You know, I don't think either player is going to wave, and nor should they. You know, so Mr. Mike is our match admin, I believe. So he's doing that calculation to determine who completed the spin in less real time. So basically, just the amount of time that it took for them to hit done minus the number of seconds that they spent on a loading screen. Because that's not part of their execution of the run, sitting in a loading screen. That time is factored out of the equation. And whoever's left with less time did it faster and gets the points.
so
I can't weigh in. I can't weigh in on who I think. I mean, I guess I could, but I don't want to curse anything. I want to let the seconds speak for themselves, you know?
yeah. So yeah, Meekahh had two restarts, one beginning load and then two restart loads. Well, Buff had one restart, so it could be tight. I can't see who will be the winner, but I don't want to jinx anything
Mm-hmm.
because I've experienced so many jinx before, and it ends quite bad.
Yeah, it's a caster's curse is a real thing. And I mean, obviously, we're all biased. Everyone knows that what we want to see is we want to see the back and forth. We want to see the dramatic match where the advantage shifts between the players and they catch up to one another. And Meekahh could pull ahead here. And if we end up with a 4-4, we head into a true decider, the first decider of the entire Roulette Rivals World Championships 2022 tournament. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But that's
Oh,
huge. It's always fun to see it come down to the wire, where the outcome of one match is what it all is riding on.
and make us prepare for the next map. You can kind of see would be New York. So a very quick one. If Meekahh does get to buy that ace,
If Meekahh does get the
yes,
determination, that's right.
or it can end up to a tie. Well, I could see, but yeah, it's between a tie. I can't. I don't know. Trying to think.
I would be surprised if it was determined to be a tie, although I suppose it's possible. There were a number of loads across both players, so this is why it takes the match admin um, a bit of time to make this calculation, because there was a number of loads for both of them, and they have to scour through the VODs and find those times where they loaded and add up all of those seconds.
And if
Um,
it does, if it does look very close, they will use a stopwatch. So to be that specific, they will be.
mm-hmm. Yeah, they take it seriously, for sure. There are policies and protocols and things in place to keep it as keep the tournament, the machinations of the tournament, moving as smoothly as possible. Obviously, um, it's something we in the community try to improve, and it's not without its things that can be improved. But for the most part, I think it works pretty well, and the events are a lot of fun to play in, and obviously a lot of fun to watch. But in this situation, the protocol is photo finish, calculate the load times, see who did it in less time.
So still waiting.
And of course, channel points are on the line too, so it's very serious.
Went in for no, went in for like how much? I went 19K. I went in.
There were a number of loads. That's a totally above the board thing to say, T Nort.
You should probably do a new prediction, a draw prediction, so just in case it does actually come to a draw,
Oh yeah, as a potential outcome.
because then no one would get any points out of that.
The next map, if Meekahh wins, is redacted. That's classified. I'm sorry. You don't have the appropriate clearance for that information. However, it will be revealed when the time is right. So if Meekahh wins this map, then the next map will be revealed.
Yeah, Meekahh was very close to rip that female. I completely forgot about her, and I bet Meekahh did as well. And I'm glad that she didn't went around the corner because that would have been a body foul for that guard he knocked out earlier.
Yeah, yeah,
That,
that was very, very concerning, very close. Although those guards were calmered, right? So would have been
not him,
okay.
not him though. He wasn't calm. He got knocked down with a hammer, I believe it was, or crowbar. They weren't in the other room. They were trying to, except for one of them. So we're still waiting for the updates. I mean, the longer it takes, the longer was it. If it's taking quite a long time, you can tell it's going to be tight then. Like, it depends how much loads as well, but there weren't too much loads from both of them. 2 from Buff and 3 from Meekahh. But Meekahh's on PC, so it will be quicker compared to an old gen console.
Right, right. But yes, we appreciate everybody's patience as this calculation is made. This is when us shoutcasters really have to work our hardest to fill this space of the cast with just some light banter and commentary to keep things interesting. I also don't have the mission briefings set up like everybody else because I'm a scrubby A word, B word. And I haven't gone through all that fancy stuff with my stream deck and the mission briefings, but props to everyone, all the other casters who do include that for their shoutcasts. I think that makes them that much better. But here you get unfiltered dialogue. That's the way we do it.
So yeah, and if you wonder who our admin is Mr. Mike. So thank you very much from him as well. And he's the one who's currently doing the calculations right now.
Yes, yes. Deepest gratitude to Mr. Mike, but also don't hesitate to blame him for anything if you're unhappy. About anything, ever, for any reason. Because he's an admin and that's what they're there for.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, here we go. Okay, so do you want to read out the results, or do you want to?
You go ahead.
Okay, so Buff loaded for 36 seconds across 2 loads. Meekahh loaded for 23 seconds across 3 loads. Meekahh has won by 12 seconds. This has now come to 4-4. Oh.
best possible outcome for a roulette match. Best possible outcome. This is exactly what you want to see. You want to see back and forth. You know, you want to see this players pull ahead of each other, then catching up to each other. And then this is what it all comes down to. And what a decider it really is here.
I can see this being a quarter-final finish. If one rip out of this map, it's game over. If I was like up for this map, because again, it's like Dartmoor. It's like it's like a flip of a coin, except from a little bit harder because you got more guards in the office compared to Alexa Carlisle. Well, the same, but more complicated locations since you got one following her. Because it seems easier in Dartmoor with the office.
All right.
Either way.
Final prediction is live, everybody. You've got 2 minutes to predict. Look at these player statistics here. I honestly have no idea which way it could possibly go.
Yeah.
Really, really interesting. Just the way this whole match has played out. We've seen mistakes from Meekahh. We've seen Buff with some slower strats, but solid strats that ended up working because he was able to take advantage of the fact that Meekahh has made some mistakes. Um, he's made some mistakes in some of his strats tonight and had some painful losses, and Buff was able to take advantage of that. So New York's one of those maps though that really doesn't have a lot of room for mistakes. So
Yeah.
hopefully Meekahh is gonna play clean and diligently, and hopefully Buff plays quickly and doesn't try to rely on something that is even 30 seconds slower than what Meekahh can expect to do. What he could expect Meekahh to do. Honestly, he could probably expect Meekahh to do something 10 seconds faster than what everybody else is doing because Meekah's crazy. He's coming up with really fast strats, but he needs to not mess up. So both players kind of need to just steel themselves up a little bit and just try
Yeah.
to optimize their approach. This is just great. I love that New York is the final battleground here to decide the outcome too. Very unforgiving decider map.
Whoever donated in the chat, big search to Bob. A bit donation.
Oh, what? What happened?
Hey, you got a bit donation, I think you got.
Oh, nice. Oh, hey, thank you, Mr. Mulholland. Appreciate that.
So, under 30 seconds, this is now pretty much pressure for both these players. Whoever loses will be out. Whoever wins will be moving on to the 75s in the lower bracket against GK Punk,
That's
a very
true.
good player. So,
So big stakes, and then we're down to the final 3 matches of the tournament. I think after this
I
one,
think
so it's very high stakes here, and each match that comes is only more high stakes. But go ahead, tell us what's the final spin.
we have Sevilla Pistol as the investment banker. Very simple.
Very straightforward.
Go for it. Just start as the guard. You probably would need to near your trank. Just go for it. There we are, both loading him. But of course, Meekahh will be loading him first because his loading time is quite quicker.
Yeah,
So we'll be. So yeah, probably get that guy who does go to the toilet. So pretty much like speedrun strat it's gonna be.
yeah. It's just gonna come down to not making any mistakes at any of the points where did he grab a data disk?
He did. He didn't get the key card though. We can get one from the office though.
Okay.
So any legal action is the key cards, and without no, and if it's not, then it's a dead disk. Okay, does chuck an EMP, gets that taken care of. Gets the crowbar. And oh, Meekahh! Crouch! I don't think it was.
Crap.
I think there was the mirror.
Crap.
No, sugar rush. I want to avoid sorry. Buff, do you have the same situation, does he? No,
Crouch.
does get it.
Oh my god, Buff has no
This is
issues there,
yeah.
thankfully.
So this is now given the Buff opportunity to
Oh
prep this
no.
crown, this female. Yeah, I'm glad you waited because that could have been a potential rip.
I didn't want to see that. I didn't want to see any
No,
mistakes, but unfortunately,
we do get
it's
one
just
from
that
Meekahh.
sometimes it's just we have that kind of night. It's just the game doesn't want to work with us, or we're not on the same wavelength as the RNG of the game, and things just go wrong.
And Buff's gonna wait for this guy. Gets a nice trank.
Meekahh gets it this time. Investment banker, no problem. No mirror complications, no side KOs, no nothing.
So yeah, Buff is. We got 2 day discs new. Now it comes to the main part. Now the office. We'll probably be seeing the loud gun be used. By the way. So, oh no,
Yep.
no,
Maybe
no.
not. Not from
Buff is
Buff,
not going.
perhaps.
Wait,
Tosses the
how is he?
briefcase.
Oh, he's gonna low in here. Ah. So okay, I see what
Is
he's
he?
trying to do.
We think he's
I
gonna
think
peekaboo her?
something's because make him a catch up.
Does he still
He's
have to
gonna.
get? He still has to get Fabian as well.
Oh my! Wow! Wow.
Okay.
Gets the kills. Gets that.
Gets that
Just gets
kill.
the key card. Go for
He
it. Go get it.
he needs to get down to that meeting. Well, I mean, no, he actually has the data disc already, so he just needs to
Yes,
get out.
he's done. And
He's
Meekahh's
not
having a
even.
little
Is he
problem as
not going to
well.
change disguise? Oh, come on, Buff. You're not going to change your disguise?
No, he's fine. He's all good.
Okay.
And I think he'll be taking it. And he will
Oh.
be. Oh, Meekahh rips.
Oh my God! I don't
And
believe
that is
it.
that is it.
That's it.
Meekahh is sadly eliminated from that two sad rips. And if it wasn't due to that previous rip he'd just done a minute ago, he would have probably made it to the finish range. But Buff does get it.
Oh,
Very unfortunate for Meekahh.
that's awesome. Let's get some audio from Buff here because we know he's going to scream and cheer, and we got to hear that.
Come on.
Wow. Really, really well fought by both players. That's awesome.
Yeah. And Meekahh did very well. He again knew he was doing, knew he knew everything, but just some underbuy came a little bit too quickly and actually nudging people, causing a couple of rips out of that, and having and pretty much accident mistakes on the way by. He did on Miami as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just so unfortunate it was, and very unfortunate as well.
I mean,
From
they both played really well, though. That they're extremely well matched players, and it was just it was awesome. It was awesome from a shoutcasting perspective. It was awesome, I'm sure, from a viewer's perspective. It's exactly the kind of dramatic stuff that we like to see. A lot of back and forth. I'm sure it was kind of stressful and upsetting for them, for some of those rips that they had, as it often is from the perspective of a player. But definitely was worth it and contributed to quite an enjoyable match. So GG's to both of our players. No shame in that tournament run there, Meekahh. You may be eliminated, but your legacy and your performance is truly something to be proud of. Well fought. No shame in losing to Buff Guy at all. And Buff, good friend. Very happy to see him find success here in the lower bracket and live to fight another day. And he actually has a rematch coming up now against GK Punk, who is the one who sent him down to the lower bracket. So GK Punk and Buff already did a clash. They already battled in winner's bracket round 3. And GK Punk advanced to face Timecube. Buff Guy was sent down into the loser's bracket at that match, where he initially met up against Z-Rune and won, and Z-Rune was eliminated. And then he went on to face Yanini, and he won. And Yanini was eliminated. And then he went on tonight to this matchup to face Meekahh. And now Meekah's out. And then Buff Guy and GK Punk are meeting up once again in losers round 7. And the winner of that match goes on to face
between Timecube, whoever loses the winner bracket, what's happening today, I do believe.
Yep.
So Timecube versus Danny, whoever loses will go to the final lower bracket, and whoever wins between Buff versus Punk will go against whoever it is that whoever listens to the winner bracket.
Mm-hmm.
So looking very tight. 4 players remaining we have now. So very getting tight, this is.
Yeah, and we're likely to see another rematch potentially between some of these players. So that tends to happen in the last couple round matchups here as the tournament is wrapping up. So we'll see what happens with the upcoming matches. Speaking of, I think we might only have 1 or 2 on the books right now, but the other ones will be scheduled soon.
I think there's only one. I believe that will be the Timecube versus Danny. I think that'll be happening today.
Yes, in Central European time, it is 2000 hours, but in in Eastern Standard Time, it's 2 p.m. Tomorrow. So that, unfortunately, is a time where I'm at work, but I should be able to tune in and watch it while I'm working, I hope. Because you're not going to want to miss that one. That's going to be a great watch.
Yes.
So, I would like to thank Mr. Mike, for your time, for being the match admin. Thank you, Meekahh. Thank you, Buff, for showing up, putting on a good show. Thank you, Nezuko, for joining me, as always, and enjoying some roulette and providing some commentary. Very much appreciate that. And chat. Appreciate you guys watching and supporting the Hitman game and Hitman community. And if you enjoy these events and you want to get involved with us, here's a command to join the Discord. There's also a website, hitmaps.com, your one-stop shop for all things Hitman. Interactive maps, roulette mode, and so much more. Check that out. And yeah, any final thoughts, Nezuko, you'd care to share before we sign off and raid out of here?
Yeah. This match been very good performances for both players making this far as well. Meekahh and Buff, very well done, they have done. And it's sad to see Meekahh getting unfortunate bits on Miami and on certain bits, and very unlucky as well for New York it was. But for that, two good players have been. Thanks so much for being the main. Of
course.
Yeah. GG for both players. And before we do go, prediction payout be quite good.
Yes, pay out those predictions for sure. So yeah, we'll probably just raid over to Buff Guy. Because he's probably going to be streaming for a little while. So we'll raid over to Buff. But thanks, everyone. Have a great night. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. And until next time, we'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.
See everyone.